Statutory Instrument 119 of 2020 is stirring up a storm. The regulation SI 119 of 2020 grants significant incentives to the Fresh Start Construction Company, which has been receiving the lion's share of government's contracts under this current administration. Former independent Senator Everitus Jn says the wide range of incentives granted to Fresh Start Construction Company is deeply disturbing.
It's one that's very troubling, and I think it's an abuse of power, and I think it's illegal.
Statutory instruments are secondary legislations. The source of their authority, so to speak, is from specific acts of Parliament, in this case the fiscal incentives legislation. Therefore, any incentive provided to any business entity under the Fiscal Incentive Act must conform to the dictates of that act.
And what was perhaps most disturbing for me was the income tax element, the waiver of income tax. Very troubling, sinister, and it suggests something a lot bigger. A lot bigger. Because, I mean, having been granted a contract without having to compete for it, you're now saying to that entity, you don't even have to pay your dues to the society in terms of taxes. That is wrong.
So, does the Fresh Start Company qualify for the generous incentive package under the Fiscal Incentive Act? The former independent Senator Everitus Jn thinks not.
There is nowhere in the Act that speaks to providing concessions to construction companies. Nowhere. It is outside the powers of the Cabinet to decide which services should be approved to do so. It's outside. It's a matter for the Parliament to decide, which has been decided. So to place the activities of Fresh Start, the construction company, as an approved service is ultra-vires, beyond the powers of the Cabinet. And to act on it and provide it with the fiscal incentives which the Act would have permitted is illegal. And I think it is very sad that this attempt to try and the way it is being crafted, the fact that Fresh Start in its construction work may be engaging civil engineers, architectural expertise, doesn't make it a service provider of these things.
Jn says that such actions on the part of the government have serious and wide implications for the society as a whole.
It's a sad state of affairs in the country. It really troubles me. It really, really troubles me because, it's creating a culture of illegality and corruption, which is not good for our country. It is not good. It will impoverish us because there'll be an unfairness in the society, and it will create crime. And because what is going out there is, do it if you can get away with it. And we can't encourage that. We are too small for that. I mean, it's not encouraged anyway. People go to jail for this, and it's about time politicians pay with their freedom for acting that way. I really believe so because, to carry on like this, I think we're going to destroy the country this way. We have too little to go around for some people to believe that they must have all of it.
Fresh Start has enjoyed a meteoric rise during the Alan Chastney-led administration. The firm has been awarded very significant government contracts, some without the internationally recommended bidding process. Now, Statutory Instrument 119 of 2000 is providing the company with a wide range of incentives and waivers, importantly, relieving the company of the responsibility to pay corporation taxes. Stanley Lucian for the HTS News Force.